What's going on, family? Welcome back. I know I've been gone for a minute. Oh, look at that. Hope y'all are doing well. Staying safe, taking care, both mentally, physically, spiritually, all of the above. I haven't posted in about 4 months as I'm recording this, and I'm kind of rusty, but it's all good. We're here. Probably gonna make this a short video. I just want to say, I guess, give a progress report not only for myself but humanity. I'm beyond elated, mainly because I feel like as a collective we're starting to see through the bullshit. You know, um, just in general, from the systemic, dogmatic, a lot of old problems that are basically being brought to the surface, right? And that's kind of what 2020 and 2021, like, I guess this decade going forward is going to be. I don't know if you guys are aware, but we're now in the age of Aquarius. On December 21st, we had Jupiter and Saturn going, basically lining up, and with that a whole bunch of energy. And it might sound weird, but everything is moving faster. I can't quite explain how everything is moving unless you are tapped into, I guess, source, divine energy, or just, your internal state. Um, but everything I've experienced is quickening. Like, what I synchronicities, if you don't know what they are, seeing 1111 222, all the way to thinking about something and then it appears. Manifestation, for example. I have manifested quite a few things. I have money coming in, like, constantly. I actually got a job. I told myself I would never work a job again like 2 years ago, but that was more like an ego thing. Now I'm making money like easily. Sure, I have to actually go in and put in the work, sell my soul, but in return, I'm actually getting paid for it, like, well, and paying off debt, stuff like that, and just getting my actual life in order. And I want to share that anybody can do this, especially right now. We're basically in entering a golden age. Like, time repeats itself, except this time we have the choice to ascend, which is basically like creating new earth. And that's kind of where my head is at. Like, I'm thinking about, if we were to start earth right now, what would our system be like? Where would we go? What use is there for currency, right? There is absolutely no reason why we should have poverty anywhere. There's literal billionaires and trillionaires in the world, people who will never actually get to spend all of their money, and it's just gonna, follow the generations and just be in a bank account while people are starving, dying, homeless. Why? So these kind of questions, stuff like that, racism, uh, homophobia, all this, I feel like it's all coming to an end soon. Not really, like, people. It all depends on people, right? Because this is all we're talking about, just reflections of ourselves. And the more we get into our, like, the more we study our reflection, the easier and better we see the world. I actually am making this video because the universe is bombarding me with messages to keep uploading and, spreading my light, my purpose, what I'm here for. And that's basically to talk to anybody who feels like me or just spread my message. For example, I watched a video, Aaron Doughty, but he was saying, be more like a tree. The tree is going to make fruit, whether you think the fruit is terrible, sweet. If you take it and throw it at somebody, it doesn't care. It's going to keep being a tree. It's going to keep making fruit. It's going to have, you know, um, value, whether you care about it or not, whether you do something to it or not, whether you take the fruit, whether you take its value or not. It's still going to have value. And that's pretty much what we all have to do, I feel like. If you feel called, um, if you feel like you're here for a purpose, you are 100%. We all are, but not everybody wakes up at the same time or is even supposed to right now. Uh, plot twist, we all usually have past reincarnations and stuff like that, past lifetimes, all this. Um, and just children being, children. But the world is really coming together, and I feel like things are going to start moving. And there's been talk about a lot of aliens recently. December, Christmas Eve, uh, I was talking to some family members, and they're like, so, we're talking about paranormal activity, right? And they're also like, so what have you seen? And they asked me 3 times. I was kind of just avoiding it, like, um, I've done a lot. What time do you want to hear about, right? So the third time he asked me, like, well, what have you seen? I was like, and I hear a ringing, right? Like, right on this side of my head. I look out to the window, and then I see a star, I guess, like a blue light, and it starts to fade down and then like completely disappear. It stretched, a light stretched, and then just flew away. If it weren't for the ringing in my head, which I know is telepathy for another reason, I would not, I guess, understand or guess that it was an alien, but 100%, like I know it was. And I've actually been like, energetically, I feel like they reach out to me. It's weird, but it is what it is. Like, I'm not here at this point. I'm not hiding shit. It is what it is. I'm different. Whoa, surprise, surprise, And it really just takes, like, for me, for example, I'm not talking or doing anything extraordinary with aliens because I still have a layer of disbelief, fear, like misconceptions, or just stuff that I have to work on personally before I can go and talk to a higher being who's going to bring out those bad sides of me regardless. That's how it is. Kind of like homeostasis for cells. You know how cells will basically adapt to their environment. So if you put a cell by some dry area, it's going to suck out all the moisture. If you put a cell by or in an aquatic environment, it's going to soak up more water. If you put a bad person next to a really high positive person, all of the bad is going to be sucked out of them. And I mean, if it doesn't really work so much into higher dimensional beings because they're higher dimension, they've already worked on these things. They're pretty much like us in the future because time and space doesn't exist, yada yada yada. So the reason I brought up aliens specifically was because I 100% believe this is the year that the government is going to try to fake the alien invasion. If you're into conspiracies and all that, you might have known this has been going to be happening for a while. But recently, the government has released actual footage or documents, confirming the aliens exist. We've been working with them, blah, blah, blah. We have spaceships and stuff like that. Like, all this has been out. Bob Lazar had an actual documentary on Netflix saying how he personally got like taken in by the government to work on space alien craft because of his knowledge, and he literally developed or would help develop element 115, which was like an element, the periodic table where we have all these elements that are specific things from Earth. 115 is not, and that's what they use to power spacecraft. So like all this knowledge has been out there. It's just that now they want us to be afraid because all these aliens, all these things, all these higher entities, angels, all these past lives, all our future lives, all our soul family, ancestors, all of that, they're here. They are here. I cannot go to sleep without somebody looking at me. Like, we're not in a bad way, but it's like, I understand, like, we're all connected. And when I go to sleep, it's like connection. There is no escape. So that's why I brought up aliens. I just want everybody to be aware of it and to not fear it, because the only thing to fear is fear itself. The only reason things are bad is because we believe in fear as a collective, not just you and me, but like everybody as a whole. And that's something we need to face. But I have 100% belief because everything has been escalating in the best way possible. And that's what I'm going to continue to give my love and energy to. Because all right, I think I said enough. So that being said, I just want you guys to realize that now you can literally do anything you want. Like the sky is the limit. The world is changing. Everything's going online. The stock market, I mean, people are literally becoming millionaires overnight. But surprise, surprise, you have to have money to make money or spend money and make money. So there's a lot of things changing, and I want you guys to really believe that you can too if you choose to. Because the more we progress as a human, as a society, the more we're going to need leaders, people who have actually done the work. And that's what I feel like I'm here to do. So hopefully you guys stick with me through the journey. I think I'm going to end the video there. Much love. If you found any value and want to keep up with the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, comment. Anything helps. All right. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Peace.